This has kind of been a labor of love for me. I started this little project back about 96, I guess it was, when a little old man named Myron Alexander wanted in my parts store with a grease fitting off that very locomotive. Threw it up on the counter and said, I need a tool to grease this. I said, what in the hell is that off of? And he said, that locomotive in the park in Independence. What are you doing? I said, well, I talked to the museum curator, Bill Michaels, that was right here somewhere. And he said, I can clean it up, make it look a little better. This thing looked pretty sad when it was sitting back there in the late 90s. It was rusted plumb through, the windows broke out, the headlight was broke out, all the gauges but the steam gauge were broke. And Myron said, I'm gonna work on it. And, so I found him the tool. That was kind of a chore, but I found it. I'm in the parts business and I can find stuff most of the time. Anyway, I said, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna help you. A couple of friends of mine, one of them was Russell Fleming, Ed Fleming's little brother here. We lost Russ in 06. We lost Myron in 99. We were a 501c3 corporation at the time, nonprofit, and I was the vice president. Myron died, and these people have been foolish enough to keep him as president until today, so I guess we must have done something right. We couldn't have done this, though, without a whole bunch of people's help, absolutely. The restoration portion of that locomotive right there, Randy Babcock, who unfortunately couldn't be here, he's the ramrod behind this. Randy? Guy that knew what to take apart and what to fix and what to leave alone. And by God, it worked, as you can see. There's just been thousands of people that have helped with this project. People restore the headlights, the lights, the windows, the ice box, the wheels. And just one to the other. The Department of Water and Power has been awesome helping us with this thing. Dry Lake Trucking, Don Ward over here, my friend, hauled all this gravel for us. Don't get no better than that. We've got just a list that goes on and on and on of people that have helped with this. So the workers that helped us assemble this building here. Todd Rowe behind me here is a contractor that put his name on that building, and by God, that's the reason we put it up. We partnered up with the Friends of the Museum and the Inyo County Building Fund. We all put 50 grand into the kitty there, and that was just enough to buy the building, fix the slab, but not assemble it. So we've had a bunch of workers around here for us, and Rick Cromer, and all these guys, Tom Gracie, all these guys that have just showed up and said, hey, can I help? We tried to get the roof on, didn't work, but that's all right. You can fire it up inside now. We'll get the roof on. I'm going to talk just for a minute here, and then we're going to attempt to hit that spike on the head and drive it in. And then we'll try and pick up the rest of the people I need to thank for this. We couldn't have done this without every one of you folks in this crowd. Every one of you guys. You guys are the ones that threw the $100 bill through the thing, to haul this stuff where we haul. Yeah, it wouldn't have happened without you guys. It really wouldn't. Ed Fleming just rented about $5,000 worth of video equipment to film this thing. He's done that all on his own. We can't thank enough, you know? You guys, we just can't thank you enough. Well, anyway, you guys want to see if I can hit this spike? I don't talk so well. Let's see how this looks. Bring it on, Marty. that cool or what? I want to thank John Klusmeyer here. He's going to be the guy that I shake hands with here in a minute, because this has been a joint effort between him and I making this little deal work here. He used to have a bunch of junk piled back here. Oh, I guess it was our junk, wasn't it? Yeah. But anyway, he's the one that gave us half of his little museum display here to put this building up. So. I also want to thank the County of Inyo, because they were really receptive to this idea. Now, Ted, I'm sorry about this, but I got to say this. Now, when we first got into this little building project here about, it was about 7 or 8 years ago. Marty, well, actually it was Randy Babcock and myself who were in talking to one of the county officials who was the public works director at that time, and said, hey, we want to restore that locomotive in the park, and you could see in his face, oh yeah, right. I know what this is going to lead to. So, you know, we were successful. We got an agreement with him. We have an actual agreement to restore this and to run it now for 10 years. So, but anyway, later on, after this gentleman left the county, he told me, he says, I was pretty sure that bunch of drunks in the park could never get that locomotive back together. Hey, Ted, we got it back together.
Yeah, I want to say one thing here. You know, Dave, in all these events, he lists all the people who helped, all the people he said couldn't have happened without him, and that's all true. But I think we owe a big round of applause for Dave Mull. You know, he says he's just a guy who can get things. He goes and gets water and bolts and parts and grease, but I gotta say he probably has an unmatched skill for herding cats and keeping a long-term project full of volunteers literally on track. So, you know, from the museum and the county, it's an amazing feat to have this locomotive running, have it here where folks can see it in a barn, and I don't think it would have happened without Dave pushing and prodding and annoying county officials and bugging me. He just stuck with it and got it done, and it's just great. That's all I can say. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, John. Is Mark Tillemans in the audience? There he is. You've got to come speak. Yeah. Right now, Mark. Mark is the chairman of the board of the county supervisors, and I'd like to pass this microphone over to him.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, hello, everybody. What an amazing crowd we have here. I have nothing prepared, which I think is the way it should be. It should just be from my heart, and I'm just so honored to be able to speak here today. Really, you know, it's not about me at all. It's not about the county, so to speak, but it's about the people, the hardworking people here, and really this is a symbol of what Inyo County is all about. Hard work, perseverance. This is volunteer, giving back to your community, and I'm just so proud and honored to be here today. And again, thank you so much, Mr. Mull, and your team, and you, John, everybody. The fellow board members, it's been real easy to get behind. And, you know, it's really a symbol of moving forward too, onto something where economically this valley and this county has suffered a lot. And I think this is driving this silver stake into this track here today is also a symbol of our economic prosperity that we'll have in our future, at the same time protecting our beautiful landscape and environment. So thanks again.
I got it 10 seconds ago. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that very much. Okay, guys. Should we try this, John? Huh?
Yeah, give it a
All right. Somebody said it was bad luck if I missed.
No.
See if we can get it closer.
There you go. Woo! 23, 24, 25.
There you go. John, you own it. A couple other people I want to thank. I don't think any Larry Peckham's family is here, but this little locomotive shed and the restoration of this locomotive would not have happened without our friend Larry Peckham.
Here, here.
Larry, very early on in our project there, he said, I got a little money, and he said, I'd like to see that locomotive run before I die. Okay, and he pledged a considerable amount of money, enough to buy the building, okay? And said, okay, we'll do it. And by God, we did. We got this thing almost to running condition before Larry caught pneumonia and died. But he was able to pull this thing out of the tent with his old Jeep. His little Warren 12,000 pounder pulled this thing clear out of that tent and back in. And this one's for Larry.
Woo!
Anna Kelly was the driving force behind this locomotive not ending up in the scrapyard. Bob Gracie is here. Bob is Anna's younger brother, correct? And he's a county supervisor years ago. Anyway, without Anna Kelly, who was, I guess you could call her a railroad brat, she petitioned the president of Southern Pacific back in 53 or 54, told him, you guys are just going to scrap that thing yourself to Disneyland. We want it for the park in Independence. And by God, if she hadn't have done that, we wouldn't be here today. We really wouldn't be. My friend Joe Andrews, Joe was a machinist, and he machined anything that needed to be machined. There are 200 tubes behind that front cover there, 2-inch long or 2-inch diameter, 12-foot long tubes. And he machined a piece of copper tubing to fit every one of those. Now, any of you guys that have ever been around a machinist, he had to make these things about a 1/16 of an inch thick just to slip over there. That's all his work inside there. He worked tirelessly on this thing. Really wanted to see it run. We lost Joe a few years ago as well. My sister-in-law, Betty Dews, she, when we tore the cab off, John Miller in attendance, we couldn't move this thing without John Miller. John Miller has moved this tender 3 different times for us, and he winched the locomotive up on a trailer that Brandon Rosser out of Ridgecrest came up with to get it to here. And we're planning on September 22nd, moving this thing up to Laws and running it on their track.
Woo!
We're extending the olive branch. Sister-in-law Betty Dews, she when we pulled the cab off of there, she said, just put that thing on my trailer. She said, I'm going to go restore it for you. And I said, Randy, are you okay with that? He goes, well, I don't know, I'm not going to argue with her. Anybody that knew my sister-in-law Betty, she drove off with that cab on there in about, 8 or 10 months, brought it back. All the wood in there, painted, all the holes filled in. We lost Betty a few years ago as well. Anyway, I guess that's about all the talking I need to do. Robert, would you like to speak? Okay. Well, he don't want to talk. You guys want to see this thing run? Hey, you boys want to make it run? Let's make it run.
Up the hill.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.